Talking footy.
We're talking footy.
It's Enright in his first game. He runs inside 50, feeds the ball off, gives it across to Mitchell White, stands and delivers and kicks a goal.
Enright, leaders in the clear. Question of accuracy, runs to 40 and kicks the goal.
And there it is. Geelong are the premiers. It's over. The Cats. Vindication has arrived. They have won their second in 3 years. There it is. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, the Cats prove themselves as one of the greatest teams of the modern era.
Yeah, our special guest tonight is one of the humble superstars of the game. He's a 5-time All-Australian, a 3-time premiership player, and 2 of those premiership years a best and fairest. We don't hear from him a lot. It's great to catch up with Corey Enright, and what a remarkable career you've had.
Yeah, no, it's good to be here tonight, and yeah, looking forward to the rest of the season. Very
humble. We tried to get his career stats out of him before, and he wouldn't allude to them in detail. We asked a Twitter question. I want to start with this, Corey, if you don't mind, about your old coach, Bomber Thompson, should he coach on next year at Talking Footy 7. We are getting inundated with tweets, and about 97% of people at the moment are saying he should stay on and coach next year. Do you think that's the case?
Oh, 97% is pretty big, but yeah, obviously that's really not my place to comment, I suppose. All I know is Bomber is was a fantastic coach at Geelong, and looks like he's doing a good job at Essendon, and that's for them to work out and make a decision, and probably up to him a little bit too, I suppose.
You were one of his favourites, weren't you?
Oh, you have to ask him that, but I think so. I think so.
Well, the other players have told me that he loved you.
Yeah, I got a golden ticket with him, which was nice.
Das just read out all of your accolades. You've played with some absolute guns, obviously Gary Ablett Jr., Stevie J, Bartels. They've got all the big awards, I guess the media awards. You've won 5 All-Australians. You've won best and fairest in premiership years, yet you just fly under the radar all the time. Is that a deliberate thing?
Yeah, it does suit me a little bit. We've obviously got some fantastic players at our club, and we have had players that have retired recently that go down as legends of the game. So I've been lucky and privileged enough to play with some of those players, and obviously to achieve success 3 times, which is fantastic.
Chris Scott has said on a number of occasions that you guys, and you have been inconsistent this year, aren't quite at that top level of the competition. You're in the top 4 at the moment, and you must be thinking about having another crack at a flag though, as a group.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he said, and he's on record saying that we haven't played our best footy, and I agree. We've played some good footy in parts, but hasn't been consistent enough, and we've been in games and we've won a lot of games. So to be where we are right now, we've got exciting. In a few, 6 games to go. So we've got the Giants this week, and then the bye, and then a tough run home. So it's it's really exciting for us as a group, and we're up for the challenge.
Would it be fair to say that it's been probably the older players, dare I say, you've been so good for so long, but it's been their inconsistencies the reason why you've had your ups and downs this year, more so than ever before?
Oh yeah, possibly. Yeah, it's probably. Combination of a lot of things, but that has a bit to do with it. We set really high standards as a group, and at times we probably haven't lived up to it. But yeah, as I touched on before, I think we're in a pretty strong position, and all we can do at the moment is concentrate on trying to play our best footy for 4 quarters and see where that takes us.
We enjoy spending time with your old mate Cameron Ling. Very affable, very friendly guy, but apparently you don't yell at him because he fired back. You're surprised that he stared down Mick Malthouse on the weekend?
Oh, not at all. He'll stand up to anyone, Lingy. But I actually haven't seen the footage, or I heard a bit on the radio coming up. But yeah, Lingy. He was captain for a reason, so if he thought something was wrong, he'd say it.
How has Joel Selwood's leadership differed to Cameron Ling's leadership?
Yeah, fair bit. I've been lucky to play under some great leaders, and both of those guys were fantastic leaders. Joel was probably in a position where we come in and, from the first day he came into the footy club, he had leadership stamped all over him, and he's sort of driven the group. He's a bit of a barrier between the younger guys and the older guys, just because of his age profile, and he's really relatable to those guys, and he does a power of work behind the scenes. But what you guys see is what I love him for. His leadership on the ground, and there's no better player to play under. He just drags you along.
I talked about those older guys. What about the younger guys coming through? You've done an amazing job at being able to just blood those over the last 4 or 5 years. They're the guys, you know, your Motlops and these guys. They've been pretty consistent, haven't they?
Yeah, we've had we've had a lot of guys come in, and we've got, I think we've played maybe 4 first gamers this year. So, but the guys you speak of is Motlop and Caddy played his 50th game. So, guys like that are getting up to, you know, into the 50 to 100 game bracket, which means you've been around for a while and you're starting to play consistent footy. And as we've seen probably the last month, Stevie Motlop, how important he is for us. And you know, he's getting tagged, and he's beating his opponents more often than not.
What is a quiet country boy, I think from Kimber in South Australia? What is post-footy? You've been around for a long while and some good years to come, but are you starting to glance at life after footy? Oh,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, you do. At the moment, I'm enjoying playing footy and I'm trying to make Geelong the best we can be, but having one eye on the future, I see myself in footy and, you know, hopefully go down the coaching path down the track at some stage.
You join all the other boys at the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, any room left there?
Yeah, maybe not. Might no money left.
I just want to ask you a question about, you've played the best sides in the competition already this year. Who of those impressed you the most?
Yeah, it's hard to say because I think you guys alluded to earlier that sides come and go in the season and they have form, you know, highs and form lows, I suppose. So it's really hard to put a finger on to say who's the best because it does change, I think. Yeah, we've played some fantastic sides and we've been beaten comprehensively by some of those.
I know you only take it 1 week at a time. You've got Greater Western Sydney next week, so you mark that as a win. But you've got Hawthorn coming up later in the year, I think the second last round. Do you look forward to that?
Probably no more than any other game, really, until the week. And then you make a bit more of it, but not really. Like you can't afford to I suppose get yourself up for games and because then you'll hopefully you'll be pretty level, so you won't be up and down. But no, I enjoy, you know, going out to all the games.
And did you enjoy Harry being carried from the ground and his wave to the crowd?
I knew I was going to get asked something about this, but Harry had a special wave to his kids. That was the reason behind it. So that was very good.
It was great.
Probably enough said on that one, I would have thought, Corey. It's we don't hear enough of you. Very humble superstar, and you wouldn't put it past your team having another tilt at the flag. Can you win it if you get there?
I'm not going to say that we can't, but yeah, a lot of things need to go right to win a premiership. But yeah, we're just concentrating on giving ourselves the best chance at the moment. One
final one before we let you go. Will we see you play next year?
It's undecided at the moment. Obviously, it's coming towards the end of the year, but as I said, I'm really enjoying the footy at the moment, and just yeah, we've got a few people to talk to, and obviously the club's going to play a huge role in that. Form couldn't be any better, and one of the absolute stars of the competition. Thanks for dropping by tonight. Thanks for having me. Corey Enright from the Cats, an absolute superstar. After the break on Talking Footy, it's blowtorch time. Tim Watson not happy with the Speedy Blue. The Suns and Mick Moldhouse are all in the firing line. That's coming up on Talking Footy.
We're talking footy.